Why do celebrations wear women out before they even begin?
People usually aren't coming over to judge whether your silverware is set up perfectly.
I'm choosing peace over perfectionism.
Welcome back to the Better You Show. I'm Coach Doris, known as the Chaos Calmer, and I'm joined by coaches Joyce, the Happiness Igniter, Tiffany, the Mindset Alchemist, Sarah, the Breakthrough Strategist and Leader we love, and Shelley, the mental wellness healer that we thoroughly enjoy having with us. These coaches make the holidays magical and manage to survive them. We're 5 coaches to help you find your version of Better You. Today, we're calling out the invisible work behind all of that celebration and learning how to actually enjoy the moment that we have worked so hard to create. How are you doing today, coaches?
Doing amazing.
Excellent.
Fantastic. Thanks for
So happy to be here.
fantastic.
Well, I'm so happy to have all of you here. This is fantastic. And I love spending time with all of you and getting tips and tricks and sometimes things that I just didn't fully think through that you guys trigger in my memory. And that's fantastic. Now, I have a question for all of you. Why do celebrations wear women out before they even begin?
I think there's lots to get ready for, and I think we think about that right away. It's like, how am I going to do this? How am I going to clean the house? How am I going to make dinner? How am I going to get presents ready? What am I going to do? How many people are coming? Does everybody have a place to sit? And that becomes or can become stressful and overwhelming for us. And that's where we have issues with celebrations.
Yeah, it's like that a bit of that anxiety that gets going even before that we've fully planned it out, for
Right.
sure.
I would chime with Coach Joyce too, that when we as a women trying to do so many things, our it becomes more of a performance for us, a show, rather than enjoying the full process. For us, it's more about being perfectionist and having it done perfectly and following the traditions. So many things we actually put our mind to in a block, and we can't see further. Where that's the gap. That's where we don't enjoy anymore. We still get burnout, and that invisible joy is not there. So the celebration does not happening in for us. We are stressed. So how can we overcome that? It's important to also know that um, when we're celebrating, we're not only celebrating others, we're also celebrating us, like for ourselves, so yourself. So how do you celebrate yourself? If you're exhausted, you won't be able to celebrate yourself. So take that moment, understand when you're planning, plan to take that break for yourself too. And also delegate. In my leadership, that's a huge key because we always want to do everything by ourselves because we think that even sometimes sharing and passing that knowledge might take time. I would rather do it by myself, not giving to our team, not giving it to others. I will just do it everything by myself so I know the results, what's going to happen. Train them, take that time because that will help you move forward and that will not be the thief of joy. So always I would say that when you're planning, plan also to enjoy yourself.
Absolutely. And I think something that we don't think about because we're trying to make everything magical for everyone else and we want everything to be wonderful and we have these super high expectations. But by delegating, like you say, we're training them to be able to handle this. And not only that, we're telling them, I believe in you. I believe you can do this. And that
Beautifully
gives
said.
them
Absolutely.
an extra support.
It's also okay for them to know that it is okay to make a mistake, because that is a learning curve. That's your growth. So mistake is not a failure. It's a process. So you learn from it. And then also to let go. As a leader, you also have to let go, that it's okay to give it on someone else.
Yeah, and I just wanted to say it's so interesting how we assume that it's our responsibility as women, right, in general, right? And where did that come from, and what's that about? And how are we going to shift that? And exactly what you're saying, Sarah, like delegating what I did at Thanksgiving. So I had some people over, and I love celebrating. It's so much fun. And then you get into that overwhelm where you're like, oh my God, like you were listing off all the things that we have to do. Joyce was like, ah. And I was like, okay, you know what? I want to have fun. I want to have connection. I want to be present. So what can I do? And so we did a potluck. And it was awesome. It was amazing. And it took so much stress off of me for cooking. I still made a turkey and everything. But it was like, why haven't I done this a million times before? And I thought, is it my sense of wanting to be in control and my little bit of perfectionism that I don't think I have, but probably do have. But, it worked out fantastically. So giving ourselves that permission to enjoy and the celebrations, and just checking with ourselves, like, what do we need, and ask for it, right? Like you were saying, Sarah, putting ourselves first.
I think I'll jump in here if that's okay. I think we set expectations for ourselves, and then we make some of those expectations in the perfectionism that we've been talking about so high they're almost impossible to meet. And when we step back and recognize that people usually aren't coming over to judge whether your silverware is set up perfectly or whether the mashed potatoes, maybe have too much butter or something on them, or whatever it is the turkey not quite done right. Maybe it's overdone a little bit. They don't come for that. We come together for connection. And, when we remember why we're getting together, we can let it go. And I love the delegating and the sharing. So I grew up in a very tiny family, and we had a very tiny kitchen. And I can remember my mom doing, mountains of dishes. We didn't have a dishwasher. And then I remember the first time I went somewhere else for a dinner when I was old enough to be a participant and an aware participant, that a bunch of us just went into the kitchen and we were all washing dishes. And wow, it just got cleaned up so fast. And how amazing was that, to have people sharing in everything so that we could all sit down together after and enjoy the time. So whatever it is, to remember the real reason that we're getting together. It's not a show,
Absolutely.
And I think we can give ourselves permission to break some of the traditions that we have been steeped in, because this isn't 1950 anymore. It's not 1970 anymore. And we can, I'll confess, we didn't do a turkey for Thanksgiving. We baked some chicken. We just baked some chicken in the oven. And it wasn't even a whole chicken. It was just, chopped up chicken in the oven. And it made it so much easier and allowed us staff a little more time to enjoy the space.
Yeah, and that completely encompasses what we were saying with really setting the intention and then setting your expectations around that intention around, so that you're doing it the way that it's meant to be for you.
Yeah. And we all could participate in after dinner, stuff, cards, or whatever it is that we plan together.
So how can we set limits without feeling guilty?
I heard from Tony Robbins once is trade your expectation for appreciation. When you are trading your expectation for appreciation, then your world is completely changing, right? You don't have, and this is our perfectionism, expectations, these are illusion. You are creating in your mind. So we have to recognize that too. So we need to let go that illusion of a control that we think we have, because only thing we have actually in control for it's ourselves, not anything else. We don't have control over anything else. So once we understand it and once we let go that expectations and also appreciate for everything, everyone that we get to get a chance to either serve or do or give, I think that will help us a lot to be more appreciative and also enjoy the celebrations.
I think if we reframe boundaries as self-care, I think that will make like a huge difference, right? In setting those limits and thinking about that, like you're going to enjoy it so much more. If you delegate, if you take that time for yourself, if you take time to align with how you want this to go, right? And you don't want to be like um, stressed out and not enjoying yourself during the holiday season, right? Like we were saying before, it's about connection, it's about fun, or like you were saying, Coach Doris, it's about whatever you want it to be. But like by setting those boundaries and taking care of ourselves, it's going to be much more enjoyable for everybody.
Yeah, and that really makes sense is setting those limits for yourself, like we've all been saying. And
Mhm.
what's the one thing that each of you are dropping this year so that you can actually enjoy the holidays?
I think I'm going to say I'm choosing peace over perfectionism, peace over polish, peace over everything. So I am grateful. I'm choosing peace. And that's something that I also tell myself every day. Every morning, actually, when I'm up, when I'm priming my brain and priming my day, I'm choosing peace. I'm being peaceful. And whatever it does not serve my alignment at that point in my values, I don't serve it, because that's just not gonna make me feel happy, peaceful, or loved.
I have a confession to make. I have not been I've not been walking the walk that I've been talking. So, sadly, I'm the person who usually helps clients to align their lives and to stick to cycles and make sure that you're getting the rest, make sure you've got a phase of action, a phase of each thing. And sadly, I have not been doing that. I've engrossed myself and gotten in over my head on a lot of things. And it wasn't until this weekend on my day off yesterday that I realized, you know what? I really need to get back into what I teach people. I need to walk the walk and I need to align myself again. So that's what I'm going to be doing is aligning to the cycles, to the season, to what I know works for me.
Thanks for sharing, Coach Doris. And I think even as a coach, it's difficult for us. Sometimes we do teach others, guide others, but walking the walk always does not happen. So recognizing it and follow through it is very important as well. So thank you for sharing.
I don't know. For me, it's really um, just saying to my family, this is what I'm doing. Whatever you want to do around it is great. And then delegating. So when we had Thanksgiving, I just told them, hey, if you want to come, you're welcome to come. Jim is going to cook the ham and the scalloped potatoes and the corn and cranberry. Anything else around that is bonus. So if you want to bring something, great, but that's what we're having. So setting the expectation for them, um, letting them know that Jim's doing the cooking. I did some of the prep work, but that's what he loves to do. and that this is what time you can come. We're probably going to eat around this time, but don't expect it to be exactly. My house isn't going to be perfect, so deal with it. And, go from there. And they seem to respect that from me. And they always offer, it's like, okay, so this is what you're having. So I'll bring the salad or I'll bring the dessert or, yeah. So they'll bring something to coordinate with what we're planning on. And if they don't want to come, I'm okay with that too. Right? It doesn't matter. It's their choice.
Beautiful. Thank you for sharing that, Joyce. That really reminds me of something Sarah said once to me about leadership and being a leader of your own life, right? And that people are looking to you to be the leader of your own life so that they know what to expect from you.
That's a great question. If I can, I want to drop the stress and the over responsibility and just enjoying the connection, right? Enjoying being with the people that I love, the friends and the family. 100.
I've been sitting here thinking as you were all sharing and realizing, yeah, I've been struggling over about the last 3 weeks because I'm oversubscribed. So yeah, I'm not walking the walk that I try to support people to do. And I realized it today when I was making the list of the things that absolutely must happen today. And I sat back and I looked at that list and I went, all right, you need to give something up. And I've come to a decision about what I'm going to give up, but I'm still getting my head around it. It's interesting. And it takes time because it's a funny thing. When you have things that you love to do, it's hard to give them up. It's hard to say no if you love doing it. And so I'm at that space where I have to look at things and go, what do I love to do? And also, what do I need to be able to do them? And I don't have everything I need to be able to do all the things that I love to do. So I'm going to have to put something on pause. And I've already chosen it. And I'm going to do that after our show today. I'm going to make that necessary step for myself. And it's such a small thing. It's a really small thing. And yet I'm finding it weighs on me to know that I just can't quite get it all done.
I love this for you, Shelley, and I'm so happy that you've recognized this and taken the steps to and to feel into it. Not that you're rushing yourself into dropping this and then not having the mechanics to deal with it, but that you're actually taking the time to process and release and let go. It's beautiful.
And I'm also going to say that, Coach Shelley, I'm also as guilty as you are. I have so many subscriptions and so many things that do I really need it? And lately, what I've added to myself, I ask myself, I love to have this. I really, really do. I think I need it. I haven't been using it for the last 6 months, but I still, one day it's a FOMO. Like I do not want to miss out. But I ask myself this question, how is it serving me? Is it serving me? Is it costing me right now? Or is it really adding in my joy list? So I have my joy list. And if I can't put it there, anything that does not serve me, I just put it away. I let it go. Because you are right. It's so hard to let go when we want really, and when we think, oh, this is part of my joy list.
Yeah.
It's a great one.
And you realize when you overdo it for too long that you have too many things on the go it just becomes a scattered
Yeah.
experience rather than the joy that you're actually looking for. And so, time to pause. Right?
Absolutely.
We're all the way back
Thank
to
you.
boundaries and self-care and intention.
Isn't it funny how it's kind of all works together, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I am going to lighten things up again and move us into our game section. This one is a bit of a Mad Lib. So it's called Finish That Thought. So I need certain words from you ladies, and then we'll see how it fits in and what kind of funny story that it creates. So the first word that I need is a plural thing.
Housework and cleaning up.
We've got housework. That'll work. And I need an action word that ends in ing.
Jumping.
Now this is a thing, another thing.
Rabbits.
How about a feeling, Sarah? Do you have a feeling for me, an emotion?
Happy.
Okay, so with all of that, here's what we ended up with. This year, I'm leaving behind housework and saying yes to jumping while wearing my favorite rabbit and feeling happy.
That's a funny one. That's a good one, though. We are creative.
Very love Mad
As my
Libs.
granddaughter would say, I love it.
I love it.
Yes. So thank you all again for joining us today. Sometimes the best celebration is letting go of the performance and actually being present, something that Coach Joyce teaches us all the time. Being present is the key, and being self-aware is also so important. So thank you again for spending time with us on the Better You Show. We have 5 coaches with one mission: have real conversations for your version of a better you. If this episode made you think, leave us a comment to tell us about it. And if you're ready to up-level, take the quiz at betteryou.coach to find your right fit coach. And remember, being your better you isn't about doing more. It's about coming home to yourself. Until next time, we'll see you next week.
Bye-bye.
Thank you so much.
Bye, everyone. See you next time.
Have a great day.
Bye.
Thank you.
Oh, hey, thanks for watching. Since you watched this video, we thought you might really like this video. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe right there for more great videos. Plus, tap that notification bell so that you don't miss any videos at all. Comment your thoughts below and see you next time.